Hey everybody, welcome back to another story from Tales from the River. This is a short little story that I think you'll enjoy. It's about my oldest uncle, Leroy. We called him Uncle Roy, and this is called A Sugar Bowl for Mama. For breakfast, Mama usually cooked bacon or ham, biscuits, grits, and eggs. See, it took a dozen eggs just for everybody to have one. So sometimes she didn't have a dozen eggs. So she'd break what she had in a pan, and then she'd fill it full of water, and she'd stir it up and make what we called egg gravy out of it. Then it got passed around to everybody. Of course, sometimes all you got was some colored water, depending on where you were down the line. And speaking of being down the line, we had a pretty big table that we ate around because there were so many of us. And Mama had a little old tiny floury sugar bowl. And every time it would get round to Roy, who always sat at the end, it'd be empty. And he always had to refill that sugar bowl. And it didn't happen once or twice. It happened a lot of times. And one morning at breakfast, we were sitting there, and the sugar bowl came around to Roy. And of course, by that time, it was empty as usual. Now, Roy was generally a pretty even-tempered person most of the time, but that morning, he took one look in that sugar bowl and got so mad he jumped up and threw that thing right upside against the kitchen wall, and it broke into 1,000 pieces. Mama said, "Roy, what ails you?" And he said, "I'm tired of that sugar bowl always being empty by the time it gets around to me. I'll get you another one tonight, Mama." So that night he came back in the house with a great big green sugar bowl with two big old handles on the sides that could hold twice as much sugar as before. To this day, we still laugh and think of Roy every time somebody says, "Pass the sugar." Hope you enjoyed that story, and thanks for stopping by.